Okay, here's another video of No Man's Sky game. So right now I'm flying around in the Euclid Galaxy in the Fergo 21 system, I think it is. We can look at the system here in Discoveries. Oh, Lyricus. Uh, I have a base. Here's the visited systems list. Lyricus is this system. It's a star surrounded by the planets. These are the planets that contains. I have an outpost base on this one called Adamsi Olki Outpost. They name them. I don't change it too often. Sometimes I do. But gives you a rundown of that. You can click on it and it'll tell you what animals I've discovered. Flying ones, ground ones. Here's a rare one. But they have a lot of animals on the planets. You can see the plants, the minerals. The main resources on the planet are sodium, pyrite, and copper, and you can mine those. The mining tool. As long as we're on this, we'll look at the catalog guide. Tells you what materials and items, core materials to build things out of, all your elements and materials. It's more list: gold, platinum, silver. Some unique ones to the game: rusted metal, living slime, tainted metal. Gives you a list of fuel and utilities, crafting components used for building bases and repairing things, exotic goods that you collect and also repairing things, trading, building things, curious things, also for building things. You have trading goods, you collect those and sell them for money. Plants, collect those and you can use them in a nutrient processor to make food and recipes. And then even cooking is a thing. A lot of different meats and honeys, and we even got flour there, some cocoa. I haven't got too far into that. Got some ice cream though. This is your current mission of where you're at, what you're doing. We'll run down to that. So here we are in this system. See a planet comes up with a list of those items that are on there. See another planet. It was discovered by Bambi Dingbat quite a while ago, I'd imagine. It's a freezing planet. But if we go there, we engage our pulse drive and we can fly to that planet. It says arriving in 20 seconds. Sometimes an object of interest will pop up and you can escape out and see what that is. We'll just get to the planet this time. Pulse drive will kick off as we approach the atmosphere. As we're getting closer, we go through the cloud layer, and we're now on a water-covered planet. At least the ocean part of it. See a island there. Going pretty fast yet. Slow down. This has got some crystals in the water. This ship is equipped with aquatic landing gear, so I can actually land on the water. And you can exit the ship and you'll be standing on the ship, looking out in this vast amount of a sea or an ocean, which we have a suit on, so we can, the exosuit allows it to go underwater and we can swim around. Looks like it's pretty cold, minus 78 degrees. Oh, there's a big fish ahead of us. We can identify the fish. We'll get paid for that in units. There's a bunch of them. It'll also tell you what things are located near. Other animals in the water. We have jetpacks, so we can fly back to our ship fairly easy. We can see it. I'm gonna let that jetpack build up a little bit of energy yet. We landed back on our ship. Get back in, and it's pretty cold. So we can get out of this storm. Go up. Since we just saw that planet, it's pretty cold. We'll try a different one. There's also rocks floating around out in space here we can destroy for fuel. It'll just automatically, tritium comes into the ship when we gain it. Some just have gold or silver and don't completely explode. That's covered in silver. There's more planets. That's a humid planet. High sentinel activity. The sentinels are what we want to avoid. But we'll go there and explore that one for a second. On the way there, you can look at your... Go to the galaxy map and see a view of the galaxy. So we're currently at the Lyricus system. If we change to free explore, these are all different systems. We can spin it around and see the galactic center. And if we see up in the upper left there, you'll see Galactic Core Euclid Galaxy. And we are 716,530 light years from the galaxy core. So if we were to go towards it, it would take us quite a while, and we can only go 1,300 light years per jump. So if we went, that's the galactic core right in the center, the bright spot. So you can see that number in the top left going down. It takes hours, even just doing this on the map, to get there. You'll see, like, this system is 3,085 light years from our current position. And it shows you how big the game is. We can go about as far down as you could ever go, and we're not really getting any closer to the galaxy center. But it's pretty deep. I've never been to the bottom of the galaxy. It's pretty hard to find your way back too, but there's a away if you look at those numbers and you just make them go less. You can get back to where you were, or you just push this 0 button and we're back. So to go to another system, you just target one and you warp to it. That's within range. That's 84 light years from our current position. If we highlight it and go there, it'll warp us right to that system. Have a neat visual effect of a warp drive, theoretically. And then pretty quick, we're 84 light years away from that system. We've just made first contact with this. Nobody's ever been here to this star system in the game. There's always a space station. Well, most of the time there's a space station in the system. We'll go to this space station after we look around. Looks like there's only 2 planets in this system. And if we scan it, it'll tell us about it. That's a plated planet. Plated planets are weird. We can get there fairly quick. There's so many different kinds of planets, I couldn't even begin to tell you. They're all pretty much round unless they're touching another planet, which sometimes happens. So this is made of different materials than a regular planet. Sometimes they have some pretty weird creatures on there. Find a spot to land. The uniqueness is part of the attraction of the game. You've got strange plants. You scan, maybe we'll see there's a deposit of gold, a cobalt deposit. A subterranean relic is located there. Cobalt. Another one. There's our ship. More gold, copper. And a plant. If we scan it, it'll tell us what it is. And we can view it. F. Frostfadia. It says it's seasoned. Gives some information about what it is. Sort of interesting. And there might not be... There is one animal on this planet. Not heavily habitated. We highlight the subterranean relic. It's one of the features of being able to explore the planet. We can run over to that. And we'll use our terrain manipulator. When we get there, you'll see the units, distant unit counting down. So it's underground. So we're going to switch to the manipulator mode and terrain manipulate the ground. So we're going to take out rock. We're pretty much blasting through rock. We're going to go down into this hole. There could be a cave down in here. Yep, we broke through into a cave. That's always kind of an interesting thing of what you find in these. Well, they're vortex cubes. So you can use those for trading and sometimes crafting. There's how we got in there. It's hazardous flora, so you don't want to get near that. It can take your health down. I just blast it with that. You don't get anything for it, but you can identify some of the minerals. It's probably cobalt. It is. Tells you a little bit about it. It's a rock. The caves can be pretty extensive. Sometimes they're really huge, but AI builds the caves, so there's not a really set way that they can be. Sometimes they're just large cracks in the mountainside. They can go on for miles. We're going to try to get back out the way we came in. And we're out. That hole is probably going to be there forever. We can repair it, but we don't really need to. And that tells us where our ship is yet. We use our mining laser, the mining beam. We can collect ferrite dust, which we use to power the mining beam. There's our ship. This is a ringed planet, looks like, so it's got a neat ring you'll see go around it. You can see a planet floating nearby. Well, there was 2 planets in this solar system, I believe. So we'll visit the space station. We're going through an asteroid field. They won't hurt us if we're in pulse mode. Otherwise, they can blow up your ship too. We'll go around the space station. They're kind of neat. They come in a lot of different shapes and sizes, but they're all pretty much the same on the inside. And some of them are controlled by pirates. They're abandoned space stations too. There's not much in those at all. Found our way in. And this is what they look like. It's kind of like a little mini store where you can sell your trade goods, buy new ships, modify your ships. They're controlled by that AI thing there. Here's one of the mission agents. We talk to him. We can do any of these local missions in the system. Scan minerals, raid a planetary depot, kill 2 Sentinel quads, and then you get a A-class reactor, you get units, you get more fuel for powering missions, or you get nanites. You'll see up in here that I have units, nanites, and quicksilver. They're the monetary things. Nanites are for technology. Quicksilver is more for like extra things in the game. And units are just buying materials. I've got 1 billion units, so I've been playing the game a while. You can sell starships here. You can build starships here. You can change your appearance here, so you change your character, what he looks like. This guy sells maps of all different kinds of things. We'll exchange specific charts, and we can select any of these. They'll tell you about a distress signal, so you go find a ship that you have to repair there. It's a trade center. Ancient artifacts, ancient ruined sites. a drop pod, so that's for increasing your exosuit, and a space station. Oh, the settlements. Oh, that's for finding settlements. So they're not too hard to find. And you can see other NPCs are landing in the game. They have ships that you can buy or interact with them. I look for the S-class ships as they come in. We'll go over here and collect from our guild. Every time you go to a new space station, you can find some things on here. Like the little encryption navigation data is always hidden up there. And this guy is in charge of the guild. He's your envoy. And we get free stuff because I am the exalted rank, which is the highest rank, so okay. Take the discounted stuff from here and sell it. For units. This guy is pretty excited. You've also got technology people here. This guy works on exocraft technology. This is starship research technology to build your starship up. Those are... this area of your exosuit. See, it's the technology section. Your multi-tool doesn't have storage, but it's got all this technology. And then a freighter, which I just got this not too long ago. I upgraded to an A class from a B class, so I haven't worked on it very much yet. Then you've got a new weapon where you can upgrade your current multi-tool or buy technology to do it. This is exosuit research. So I've maxed out this exosuit, so I don't need to do anything there. There's a free units on the broken ones. You can talk to the NPCs in here, but mostly it's just you can learn a word from them. Like, what's the friendship symbol? You learn the Korvac word for protection. Do you know what it is? Nope. But when they speak with you, that word will pop up as the word it's supposed to. Oh, since we're on the space station, one of the things I use quite a bit on here is this. Instead of warping with the ship to try to get places, you can use the teleporter and you can go anywhere in the galaxy. I can go to my capital ship. I can go to a portal, which is another way to go around the galaxy. I have things like I built this base. Several bases I've built. I built mines. Like to mine dioxide. I identified a A-class cobalt if I want to build that. Here's where there's S-class ship in that system. We'll go to one of these. Here's a mine I built. It's kind of fun to build the mines. Other players can also go to the mines and take all the stuff out of them, which it builds back pretty quick. Takes sometimes a day or 3 days, and you'll have mined all that your storage capacity will hold. So this is a typical mine setup that I build. I have solar power generator generating electricity. I have batteries that store the electricity. That's my teleporter so I can get here quickly. These are mineral extractors. So I stack them on top of each other because I found that it doesn't matter how many you put on top of there. If that's the main one, which you look in the middle for an analysis, do a mineral survey when there's nothing here. And it'll analyze a hot spot just like it did when I first found it. So that says potential cadmium yields, potential S, that's the highest one. So 90%, there's 100% under here somewhere, which means that you get that much more out of it. So you have to gain materials to build each individual extractor, and you have to place it sort of precisely in the right spot. And then you have to wire everything up. And then you put pipes to go to your storage units here. So I have a supply depot, and they're all interconnected. So if I click on that, it will say that the pipeline status capacity reached. It stores 40,500 cadmium, which gives me a total value of 3,361,500 units. So I can quick transfer that to my exosuit. Now there's 0 in there. But in my exosuit, let's see, the cadmium is in almost 10,000 per storage block, which the total was over 3 million. When I go to a trade station, I can trade those in, or I can use them in the repairing of ships. So it's something to do in the game. It takes a while to build. You can use these large refiners, and I put platinum in before to make nanite clusters, which I pulled out. But if I put the cadmium in here, go through the list, there it is. I'll grab that small one. And it makes chromatic metal. So it'll refine that, and then that's how you get chromatic metal, so you can use that to build other things in the game. Use these refiners to do that. So that is a mine. We'll work back out. Visit another one. I have a gold mine. It's pretty similar. There it is. It's pretty large. As long as there's power to the portal, it'll transfer you anywhere in the galaxy you want to go. Sometimes my game gets stuck in this stage and I have to restart it. So hopefully we don't just end up staring at this weird light for, say, if we do it for more than a minute, it's probably stuck. Well, hopefully we'll be arriving soon, somewhere in the Euclid galaxy. Well, this one runs mostly on biofuel reactors, and I have a spread out array of solar panels that power this when the sun comes up. So this stopped producing I have a overall storage of almost double what this amount is. They just kick back on when the sun come up. As the planet goes around, these mineral extractors kick on and start producing again. The planet spins around fairly quick. You can actually watch the dawn roll across the land, and it'll hit a variety of these solar panels that I've spread out across the area here. You can see the sun going through. You can, the shadows are an indicator of which way it's coming up. So there it is, a new dawn. So they designed the solar system pretty much operate like ours does, except the planets are all on one side of the sun. That tells you where the cobalt mine is. And then if you look over here, you'll see a boundary node. You can get information out of them, but that's about it. It used to be how they had portals, but it was apparently in the story of the game, it's ancient technology that's no longer there. This has strange creatures. You can interact with them too. If you get close to them, you offer food. Then it says interact with animal recently fed. You can extract berries from them. Some of them you can ride, some of them you can adopt. The companion register shows what animals I've found. I just have a few of them. Ones I thought were really strange. This is an animal that just looks like rocks. There's one that looks like an eyeball. That was a fairly large one. And these are like AI animals. Sheriff's ship got parked on the side of the rock there. But I found this, I made this base just because I found an S-class gold deposit here also. So I dropped that little thing there, and that's how you make a base. It unlocks certain things so you can, once you unlock the technology, it allows you to build with all these materials. If you want to put a floor panel down, you have to gain silicate powder. So you need 10 silicate powder. So I have enough silicate powder to build 842 more panels. When you build your floor out, then you just makes it look nicer to add things in. You can put walls, roof. Oh, so we'll go back up into off the planet. Oh, there's another base. We'll go to that one real quick. There's some flying around on the planet. Oh, hit the terrain. A little farther away than I thought. Farther up you go, the faster you go. See the speed, 2,500 units. As we build more air resistance, when you get into the atmosphere, it slows you down. Here's a typical little base I built. I like the view, the iteration. Sometimes I just want to build a building. So you put up the walls and you put up the roof and some doors and have a storage vault. So if you want to try to land on a flat spot, you can access a storage vault. I try to make the bases kind of fun. So if I want to get into my storage container that I placed here, it's just a link actually to this same storage container that's on my freighter capital ship. Here's where I store the AI valves. You see each little box is 1.2 billion units. So to get this many, I've got 528 AI valves. That's how many ships I had to go get. I don't think I have any in storage here to transfer, but I can transfer some upgrades, save those and trade those in for nanites. And kind of has a nice view. And then I also like to hide things around my base. So here's where I put originally the base module, and then I dug in behind it and do a little cave area here that I built, which I have not yet put much except more storage units, apparently. I have to fuel that to open them. And it will get power to them, and I can get into raw materials. So if I need extra, like oxygen, need that for running around on really toxic planets. Crafting components. There's microprocessors, magnetic resonators, amino chambers. I just have some random stuff, magno gold. You never know what you might need, but you got a 1 in 50 chance of hitting it. This is full, I guess. Wiring loom you need quite a bit of, and metal plating. See, I have a lot of that. That's for building storage containers. And then some of the rarer ones, like tainted metal. Just so I have access, and I can always bring my other ones in here too if I want to make another one. Say, if I wanted to put my fuel and utilities, I have enough magnetized ferrite and sodium to build that one there. And it is instantly connected in the line. So it's just kind of fun to be like a bat cave under here, and nobody knows it's there when they come visit your thing, although they can't access it anyway. If you remember where we were before on the Euclid Galaxy map, when we were 700 and some thousand light years from the center. We are now only 3,000 light years from the center. And this shows the path of other places I've been to. It'll say visited. And like these light up, you haven't been to them, but they have a black hole. So on those, you can use that to warp elsewhere too, but it's random. Kind of for exploration. And you'll see the skull on there. That means it's a pirated control system. So if we go to that, that might actually have a ship that's under attack, but it will have a pirate-controlled space station. So again, we go through the warping. It wasn't too far. I don't remember how far it was, but probably take 15 to 20 seconds. There is a black hole. So far, I have not gotten into that part of the game yet. So, black hole discovered. I'm not sure what would happen if we went there. We'll avoid it. Here's an unknown planet. Looks like a frozen planet. Here's another space station. Look for the part where you go in. And we can land in here. And this is what it looks like inside a pirate-controlled space station. Has a lot of the same stuff, just some of it's a little more sinister. Like instead of all the regular stuff, we can still buy and sell. We can sell ships here and upgrade ships. You could talk to a merchant, technology, other people. Here's an envoy, which we get our missions from. So you can deliver illegal cargo, hunt and destroy a pirate, deliver more cargo, seize goods from traders, or you can talk to the black market shipping and receiving, and you can buy illegal stuff, which then they hunt you down if you're carrying illegal stuff, but it pays more. I don't know what lesson they're teaching people there. I collect these suspicious packets because they have a technology in them that I can use to get more nanites. Scrap dealer. And then there's another multi-tool station. Here's somebody else's ship. It's a C class. It's valued at just under 8 million. If we talk to them, we can offer to buy the ship. I'll show you what it looks like when it's flying. The Falcon of Kochi. Not a very powerful ship, it's a C class. We negotiate a price. 6 million. Well, my ship's worth 93 million, and it's extremely powerful compared to that, so I don't think I'll be trading that in. Once again, a look around a pirate-controlled station. I think I'll stop this here. Might be getting a little long to transfer.